Episode 2 of Moment's Monday is What's on My Reading List? Suggestions for mom, toddler, and kids. Hey everyone, it's Emily and I'm back for another Moment Monday. This week's topic is what's on my reading list. If you haven't seen the Moment Monday video from last week, I'll put it in the link below. I suggest you go check it out. It explains exactly what this series is all about, but to roughly sum it up, I have partnered with a couple other vloggers, Lauren from Crazy About My Baba and Melissa from Sippy Cup Mom, to take a minute out of life's busy day to talk about all things mom and live in the moment. Moment. Get it? Anyways, so this week we're talking about what's on our reading list, and I'm going to tell you what's on my reading list and then what my kids are reading as well. So I'm going to be honest and start with my reading list. Reading is kind of a bit of a luxury for me. I have so much to do during the day that I don't always get to sit down and read, but I do love to read. It's a way I find peace and me time. So I do have a couple of things on my Kindle, and they usually relate to things that are going on that I'm interested in right now, whether it's, especially if it's a nonfiction kind of book, and that actually is pretty much all that's on my Kindle right now are nonfiction books. And then as far as fiction books, I actually have been using the app called Audible, this from Amazon, and I really like it. You pay one flat fee and you get a book a month for free, and you can buy more at a discounted price if you'd like, and they're audiobooks. And I've been listening to them sometimes before bed, while I work out, in the car, I hook them up and listen to them, and it's just been really nice. And when I drove on my long trip to Denver, I really enjoyed it because I was able to listen to books while the kids were in the back seat playing or watching their movies. So I'll start with what's on my Audible. And I finished, my first book was The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. It was good, it was entertaining, wasn't my favorite book, but I did enjoy it. There's a movie coming out, so it's kind of popular right now. I just figured I'd better listen to the book or read the book before I saw the movie. And then the one that I'm currently listening to right now is by Meg Wolitzer. This is a book that I saw in the bookstores. It was really big, so I didn't buy it. It's called The Interestings, and I really like it, so I'm glad that I'm listening to it. So, and then I read my books mostly, if I don't have them in paperback or hardback, I read them on my Surface tablet. And this is my Kindle right now. I've got 10 books in my Kindle, and the ones that I've been jumping between are the 21 Day Sugar Detox and Grain Brain, which are both paleo, grainless, focused dieting, not dieting, but lifestyle books. And then I've also been reading a couple running stories. Confessions of a Fat Marathoner is really good. I highly recommend it. I enjoyed it. It was a quick and easy read. My best race is 50 runners and 50 runners in the finish line they'll never forget. So it's 50 short stories about running. And then Racing Dawn is one that I haven't started yet, but it's on my Kindle, and it is by Dawn Lottie. Sorry if I pronounced your last name right. And it's how a crazy mom with 5 kids ran 12 marathons in 12 months. So I don't plan on running a marathon right now, but I am trying to get into running, so I like to read books that kind of focus on that, maybe get me motivated, fingers crossed, whatever. So that's me. Now I'm going to talk about my preschooler. One of the things we used to do, which I hope to get into again this summer, especially with the summer reading program at the library, is go to the library weekly and pick out a bunch of books. Now that the baby is a little bit older, he can pick out some too. So I let the kids pick out a couple of books each, and then I pick out some for nighttime stories. And we always have a fresh book to read every night. But since we haven't done that in a little while, I'm going to give you a selection of a couple of his current favorites right now. He's almost 5 years old, and he'll be starting kindergarten in the fall. And one of the things that he loves are superheroes, and his auntie got him these Marvel kids books. It's like the beginning stories, the backstories on his favorite superheroes. So it's like the beginning, how Captain America became Captain America, and it's at his level. He really likes this one. But there's a Thor one, and they're all origin stories. So, yeah. He really likes the Marvel superhero books. Another favorite in our house are the Otis books by Lauren Long. He's been reading these since we started reading books to him back in the day, 5 years ago. We have pretty much every Otis book in the series, and it's Otis the Friendly Tractor who puffity chuffs, and we really like them. So check them out. They're beautifully illustrated. They're all sweet and nice stories, and a good read at night. This one is a book that I picked up at a kid's play space here because it's by a local author, Kip Noshies. I probably just butchered your last name, so that's his last name. And it's called Otto and the Grand Prix Bees. It's a really cute story about not giving up, and when things don't go your way, how you can change it for yourself. And the illustrations are really cute. The words, the story is adorable, and he likes anything with cars, so it was a win in our house. Otto and the Grand Prix Bees. And then finally, this is one that both boys like. I pretty much know this book by heart. Goodnight, Goodnight Construction Site by Sherry Dusky-Rinker and Tom Lichtenheld. Again, sorry about your last names. This is a really, really fun goodnight story that has easily been read over 500 times in our house because they love it. So that is my older son, who again is almost 5. And now I'm going to talk about what we read with my toddler. He actually is almost 18 months old, and he really, in the past 2 months, has gotten into books. He's always liked books and like touching them and eating them and all that fun stuff, but now he really wants to be read to, and he says book, and he'll go over to books, and he will make you read until you stop reading. And then he'll start crying because you stopped reading. So a couple of our favorites are the Usborne Touchy-Feely books. That's Not My Truck, It's Too Squashy. That's Not My Truck, Its Tank is Too Shiny. Texture Feeling books, he really likes this one. We also have That's Not My Puppy, and I think That's Not My Reindeer. And then I mentioned this in my April favorites. This is the Eric Carle, it was my first learning pad. It came, or my first smart pad, sorry, it came with this thing that makes animal noises and letter sounds. That was an alligator. And then it comes with 8 stories that are up and down, day and night, short and tall. And then on the inside, they have the corresponding buttons that you can push if you want to. We don't always push those at night, but it's fun to do that too. So these are a good one that he likes. This one is Lindsay Craig and Mark Brown. It's called Dancing Feet. It's an elephant, and it's got really fun illustrations. Ladybugs are dancing on tippity feet, tippity tippity, happy feet. He really likes the words, what do you call them? The words that make the sound. I don't remember the word for that. It's probably off the top of my head, but the words that sound like the sound that they are talking about. So he likes those. So ducks are dancing, slappity feet, slappity slappy, happy feet. And then he makes the noise of the animal around with them. This one used to be a favorite of my older sons, and he still likes it, but it's becoming a favorite of my younger sons. It's called Chugga Chugga Choo Choo. It's by Kevin Lewis with pictures by Daniel Kirk. And it's sun's up, morning's here, up and at them, engineer, chugga chugga choo choo, whistle blowing, woo woo. And both boys love making that choo choo noise when we read this. So that's a lot of fun. And it's a nighttime book. The choo choo train goes to bed at night, so that's a good one. And then finally is another book that my older son liked when he was a baby, and Baby D is loving, is this B is for Bear book. You can tell it's been well loved, it's been eaten. I think it's torn in places, but it's one of those touchy-feely books, but also the alphabet. A is for apple, B is for bear, F is for flower that smells so sweet. And then as we go through, we do the action. He'll make the animal noise, or he'll smell the flower. This is just a favorite one of ours. So, and this is by Pretty Books. So that's what's on our reading list right now. That's what we reach for the most. What is on your reading list? I really want to know, because I love getting suggestions for books to read to my kids. I love reading books to my kids. My kids love reading books. So we're always looking for new titles, whether we can check them out at the library or pick them up at the bookstore. So leave me in the comment with what's on your reading list right now, whether it's yours or your children's. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe so we can see you back for another Moment Monday next Monday. Have a great one, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so I can see you back next week for another Moment Monday. And make sure you stop by Melissa and Lauren's channels to find out what's on their reading list. In addition, if you had any questions about the books I talked about, all the links will be below. And don't forget to leave me a comment to tell me what's on your reading list.